Howdy folks, and welcome to this ironless horse video. My name is Walter Josie, and today I'm going to introduce to you the Q bitless rope bridle. The Q is based on a traditional rope halter, but with special features that make it a great riding bridle. I'll be showing you how those special features of the Q work better than a rope halter when used for training and riding your horse. I'll demonstrate how the Q makes things easier for a horse to understand and willingly respond to vertical and lateral pressure. I would like to invite you to visit my website to learn more about the Q bitless rope bridle, and if you're interested, how to purchase one. That website is www.bitlessropebridle.com. Let's start by showing why a regular rope halter comes up short when using it as a riding bridle. I'd like to introduce to you my favorite riding horse, Scarlet. She's 14 years old now, and I've had her for a little over 12 years. We've been through a lot together, and she's a great horse. As you can see, she is wearing a typical rope halter. Like many horses who are started in a rope halter, I used it to begin the process of teaching Scarlet about giving to rein pressure and responding to rein cues. She did so well that I rode her for several years in just a rope halter. Even though things were going good, I always felt there was something missing when I tried to advance into a softer and lighter responsiveness. I could only get so far, so I began to figure out why this was. After analyzing what was going on, it came down to the fact that a rope halter is just that. It's a halter, and it does not make the best riding bridle. First off, most rope halters do not fit a horse very well. They are just kind of too loose. The loose fit creates all kinds of confusion for the horse because it translates rein pressure in all kinds of different spots. It's easy to see how a loose noseband can ride up her face. How far depends upon the amount of rein pressure. The next problem comes from where the lead rope is tied here underneath the chin to make a double rein. This is not the best place for direct rein pressure. Let me show you on Scarlet what she has to deal with. See how this knot wants to rotate? And then this causes the noseband to rotate as well under direct rein. This is applying all kinds of different pressure points, and it's under a moving surface as well. And she has to figure out what all that means. It doesn't matter if you're asking a horse to give to a single rein pressure or a double rein pressure. The noseband comes in contact all over the surface of the nose, and the horse can never rely on a consistent pressure point. In short, it's miraculous that Scarlet ever got this thing figured out, well enough for me to even be able to ride her in it. I tried all kinds of different things to get a rope halter to work better. The first was a better fit by reducing the size of the noseband. And this is not easy because in order to do that, you have to loosen up a bunch of double knots and deal with a complicated Feodor knot. And trying to do this after using it on a horse for a little bit is almost impossible because these knots get really tight. And it just usually ends up being a mess. The next thing I wanted to be better was where I would be attaching my reins, to be here along the sides to reduce rotation. But there's just not a good way to do this on a regular rope halter. I think a rope halter looks good on a horse, and I like the feel of rope reins, and the combination looks and feels right to me. But if I wanted to get a better response from my horse, I needed to make things easier for her to figure out. In short, I needed to improve the two major deficiencies that all rope halters have: a better place to attach the rope reins to prevent rotation, and an easier way to adjust the noseband so it will fit better. And after a good many hours and days and weeks trying out all kinds of things, I finally found a way to make a nice looking rope bridle that works. And I call it the Q Bitless Rope Bridle. Let me show you what it does.